Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimond suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the console. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the sovereign of Vermont! Long live the sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
no escape. I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
It burns, it does. With every breath.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
Can't bring myself to do much.
All I've got left.
This makes my hair stand on
I
end.
can't go on like this.
This place gives me an ill feeling.
Time for you to get to work.
My patience wears a little thinner each passing year.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
How are we to find us?
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap! Or that poses a hindrance.
I can ill afford to linger here.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
Enough.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You but fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Observe your foes carefully and attack as the situation demands. Shields offer welcome protection from attacks. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons that never combatant. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend clinging to your bow.
unharmed?
Get chase! Make ready. Looks with descent.
Concerning!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Son it. The accursed creature escaped. Oh, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must not jump. That is the only path forward. Do not let fear hold you. You will not.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down!
It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, buy the curative or have a bit of green. When one of the fiends comes in, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bottom. Where are you going? I'll not force... Where do you think you're going? You can't just run off now. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. Where do you think you're going? You can't just run off now. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
This world is connected to innumerable other realms beyond the rift, which pawns, such as myself, are able to traverse. My kind is duty-bound to serve you, Arisen, and to use the knowledge we glean in these distant worlds to your benefit. I myself look forward to travelling alongside you, and using my experiences beyond the rift to enrich your adventures.
Well, I'll be... a pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the Riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my speciality. It will be an honor to serve by your side.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain. Are you fit to travel?
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Having plenty of these to hand will make for easier battles.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Fancy a gander? Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Today, I'm getting paid to train the recruits more effectively.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Our adventure continues.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ocado's as well, I'm sure.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early gripping gets the worm.
Would you mind coming over here? We've got goblins!
One cannot be too careful.
I grant you Dire's blade. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Who are you? You come to aid me?
On my way!
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
We'd best report back. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
A visit to Meld might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
This calls for a curative.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in. fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. A visit to Melve might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation. Come see me anytime. Do come again.
We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock, and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note, and he'll take care of the rest.
Fancy a gander? I find good. It's for sale. Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
That's everything assembled. A job well done if I do say so myself. Oi! Did you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as 'tis. Say, your arms look free. You can handle that list in my stead. And make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Brilliant. I knew I could count on you. Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expecting me.
Shall we report our results?
I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it.
Must throw that to someone comes
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every...
'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
Oi, many thanks for passing on that list to Marcus for me. As I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied and Sir Geoffrey with one less care. A good deed all round.
Not a bad idea.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
There's a thought.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Not bad.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
Splendid. I grant you roaring flame.
Do we truly expect to find aught of value in a chest hidden in a place like this?
There's treasure within, I'm certain of it. But there's only one way to find out.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
Have my support.
'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Would you like to see it?
Arisen! Are you alright? The Arisen has been put to sleep!
Certainly, Arisen. Unlike I be of age.
Time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I'll gather this. It might be of use. You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Must finding these be so difficult?
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
vicinity is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
No challenge is beyond our combined might.
I quite agree. Was well worth the effort of breaking it. A curative ought to do the trick.
A visit to Melve might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Over here, if you please. This way, Master! So this is Melve. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world.
'Tis as you say.
Pitiable Arisen.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. but it doth not release thee from thy fate.
I must summon reinforcements. This moment forth, thou art arisen. Charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? Pray, save your thanks. 'Tis only just that I should aid you in turn. After all, 'tis only by your courage that I live today. Had you not leapt between me and that dragon, I know you suffered for it. Such ghastly wounds. And I could not hear your heart beating. It was a miracle that you survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, pawn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw...
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
Right you are.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could...
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberint for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
Such moments make me... Proud to serve the Arisen.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. It's like, oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and it's hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Perhaps we ought to hurry, lest we arrive too late to be of aid.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
Goodness, we're higher up than I thought.
'Twould be quite painful, were we to...
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I grant you fire's blade. Use it well.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act in... I see you recognize my worth, Arisen.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Go where your help is needed! Excellent! I could have done
are no better.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
That's a bad idea. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Dare I say it?
I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Let us take every precaution, that we might see our charge delivered safely.
Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
We'd best be prepared to make our own light before we proceed.
By your leave. You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire!
This calls for a cure. I'll go and open the chest. An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance.
A flawless execution.
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
Here we go again.
If we must. Let us finish this quickly.
Of course.
I believe in you!
We've scoured the place from top to bottom. I very much doubt there's aught left to find now.
I expect we shan't have need to return here for some time.
over here? This should be a beauty.
I'll turn you into pincushion.
Let my magic launch you an elemental boon. Focus. A moment of a decision may spill out. It seems to have been rained on our foe.
Reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
Of course.
Very well. I shall return.
We must rally! Panic will only play to the enemy's advantage.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
Very well. I shall lend you my aid. You do seem to be in need of it.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need.
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best
If
of
ever
my
you've
ability.
need of an ear to listen. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?
It would seem our fight is not yet done.
If battle cannot be avoided, it's fight or die.
No quarrel here. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
No harm shall come to you! You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold.
We are to retreat then.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
You have my support.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. I am sorry.
Cannot help you. Is anyone else available?
I'll save you!
Glad to see you have the matter in hand.
The Arisen has been drenched!
It cannot weather ice's numbing grip.
Have we any means to chill our enemy? Are the rest of you...
A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
We have found a material.
Slimes, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. One of us has been drenched.
Naught compares to the thrill of...
You can do this. I know you can.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen. A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
What I wouldn't give for a map. Particularly one that could tell us where all the treasure lies.
By your leave.
You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold.
find you, Arisen. There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Leaving so soon? But we'd scarcely begun exploring.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Gran, I want to learn magic, please.
This again, child. You know full well your father has forbidden it. There are plenty of things more deserving of your interest. Why not turn your aspirations elsewhere?
Why must you always take Father's side? I'd have thought you'd understand how I feel better than anyone.
I get to lead a quiet life.
Why won't they let me study magic? It isn't fair.
Aught I can do for you?
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
Why won't they let me...
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. Methinks we could move this boulder if...
What am I to do with that girl? Would that I could allow her to do as she pleases, but... 'tisn't to be.
These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
This is rather thrilling. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
That was incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
So, the fun begins again. Hey, Arisen?
If battle cannot be avoided, fight or die.
Is easily done. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The griffin gets the worm, as they say. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but something to note. None of our number are trained in the healing arts.
Battle may be trying without someone to cure our wounds, but for now we shall just have to manage. Unless I am much mistaken.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. If ever you've need of an ear to listen.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert. And perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
Arrived.
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
I suppose 'tis so.
We have reached our destination.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparation.
Well done, Master. Those saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Our task is complete. That was certainly worthwhile.
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
Our efforts have been rewarded. This might contain useful information.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Here, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. Oof. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
This isn't much to go on. Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
I'll go and open the chest.
My arm's strong and my mind sharp. To market I go.
Now here's a welcome.